Have you ever felt discriminated, targeted, or harassed in any way on college campus? Or have you experienced an uncomfortable situation in the college campus where you felt yourself to be the target?
Yes, I experienced an uncomfortable situation.
In what college and where in the college campus did this take place?
It was in Queens College on the quad.
And who was the aggressor?
It was two other students.
Can you briefly describe the encounter?
As I walked on the quad of Queens College, there happened to be other students who passed by me. It was two of them. And they shouted the word India at me. Although I'm not really from India, I'm actually Hispanic, I did feel a bit uncomfortable. Everyone just turned around to look at me, and these students were laughing loudly and sarcastically. And the funny thing was that they were Hispanic themselves, which is in fact another group that gets targeted themselves. It made me realize that people are discriminating of people from India simply because of their language, accents, or religion, which is pretty silly to me.
And did you report this encounter? And if so, to who? And if not, why didn't you?
I didn't report it. It was a quick moment, but I did. It did make me feel upset how so many ethnicities are not respected.
Did this particular situation affect you academically or emotionally? Or did you have any trauma? Did you feel any hate? Like overall, what were your emotions and what impact did this encounter cause on you?
It didn't affect me in any of these ways because in reality I'm not from India, so I didn't feel like direct offense. I did, however, feel uncomfortable because other people probably thought, why didn't she defend her own heritage? But in reality, well, I'm not, right? But um, I was also uncomfortable for the laughs. It made me feel that maybe some of the people would assume the same about me, that I'm also Indian, and I would be receiving future insults because because they would think that of me.
Yeah. And so did this change your view on certain aspects in life?
I just feel people need to respect more. For me myself, right, ethnicity doesn't really matter. But many out there don't see how we all contribute in our society. An accent is no reason to target someone, really. And instead, we should recognize the many achievements people from India have given to the world.
Yeah, that is very true. So just overall, like, can you sum up your reaction to this encounter?
It just made me feel, even though I'm not, like I said before, from India, I did feel humiliated. So I would feel like, well, how would the people who are actually from this background would feel? How would they actually feel? Like I said, it makes me feel like we live in a silly world sometimes. Like they don't even target us or people from certain countries for a specific reason. It's just for silly things like their accent, the way they dress, the way they think, the way their religion is, stuff like that. And that's not how we should be. And I feel like if you have an issue with someone, you should just simply go up to the person instead of shouting it out loud, having everybody just look at you and think something that you're not at the end of all.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And thank you for sharing your experience and thanks for the interview.
You're welcome.